now coming clear of the avalanche barrier and he's coming down. Oh shit. Well, he's around the other side of the barrier. Look at that, he's massive. Wow.
Hello and welcome to Grizzly and Bear Overland. I'm Steph, and with my husband Lee we are currently in Hokkaido, north of Japan. Previously we spent some time with the 9 Connection team. They looked after Bear so well, and they looked after us even better. After 3 days at the workshop, we loaded the camper back onto the Defender. It was time to go. From Obihiro, where we had the car maintenance, we drove about 100 kilometers to a stunning location recommended by GAC.
Oh, there we go. Thought I'll show you guys our little view from the backyard today. We're going to do a hike again. Not bad at all. How epic is that view? Very grateful to be here. Gearing up to go and hike to the top of Mount Meakan. I'm going to carry the sports climbing backpack purely for training purposes for our big upcoming project a little bit later this year. We'll talk about that after. Walking poles, we'll take them today because it's super steep. It's a beautiful day, but we still throw in the Gore-Tex jacket. Do you have protection? We have to sign in. Probably several reasons for this. Primarily being that we're going to hike up 2 active volcanoes. They have to know who's up there in the event of an emergency. Mount Meakan is still showing signs of volcanic activity. There is always the risk of disaster. Between the bears, the volcanic eruption warnings and the earthquake warnings, this is a wild place. We've already come up about 700 meters in altitude from the lake and the campsite. I would say we're within about 50 meters of the summit. Summit in sight, volcano number 1 for the day.
With very strong wind, we didn't stay too long at the summit and started the descent before ascending the second volcano.
We are on top of Mount Meakan. Back down that face again, and then we hike to the top of that volcano.
The next morning, after a good night's sleep, we could hear some noise coming from the forest.
"4:30 in the morning, this is the sort of stuff you can see if you get up early." I didn't grow up around volcanoes. I don't know much about volcanoes. I'm just hoping that the alarm system, not that we know what they're saying anyway, but hopefully will give us a bit of warning. I'm sure we'll know if it's something serious. Maybe it is just clouds. I don't know. I don't think so though.
With concerning smoke coming out of the volcanoes, it was time for us to leave. Only a few kilometers down the road was the historical village of Meakan. We wanted to learn more about the Ainu culture. Ainu people are indigenous people of Japan with their own language and culture, recognized by the Japanese government in 2008. The Ainu make an effort to pass down things from their ancestors, such as Ainu language, food from fishing, hunting and gathering plants, the way of building houses, traditional dance, the spirit and ideology of living in harmony with nature, and worshipping bears. The traditional clothing with decorative patterns are passed down from generation to generation and vary among family lines and regions. This place had a strong touristic feel to it. Touristic in a way, as we were the only people wandering around.
Campsite, spring. I would say 30 degrees, like bath water. We just had an incredible freak thunderstorm roll through, lasted for about 20 minutes, and our private hot spring at the back of the camper here is steaming.
We are now on our way to the Shiretoko National Park. Just like the locals do, Lee went for a nudie dip in the hot spring. But he didn't know that he'd been watched.
That's a bear. See him? Brown bear. He's right there, you see him? Like right there. Wow. That's an avalanche protection barrier. Wow. Wow. We're planning on camping there tonight. I'm reconsidering.
After a close encounter with the brown bear, we quickly flew the drone and we were out of there, feeling unsafe sleeping in our camper full of food.
It's 10 to 5 this morning. Steffi's in there editing away already. Always somewhere to hang the TRX or the suspension trainer. But that's not the coolest thing. I reckon up through the trees there.
Our next location was a rock climbing area near an old train station with some steam trains more than 100 years old. The train tracks has now been transformed to a long-distance bike path with some long tunnels without light.
We've got some serious warning signs. Japan is a bloody dangerous country. As usual in Japan, we've got very limited information on the climbing areas. That looks like a big rock to me, so I think we're headed in the right direction. We found climbing, but it was a bouldering area and we haven't got the crash pad today. We're looking for sports climbing. So we've spotted the cliffs through the trees now. This has been about a 20-minute walk. A beautiful walk, but also a tense walk. Different to walk in the forest now because we've actually seen a brown bear. But we're safe anyway. Come on. Yes, we found it. This is a sports climbing area. Both feeling a little bit lethargic today. We have the French champ over here who's ready to crush. Feeling it?
Tell me!
We both made it to the top and the climb was beautiful. Just a little bit too hard for our climbing skills at the moment.
That's it for today.
What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. We got smashed. We jumped on a climb that we didn't know the grade, the difficulty grading of. It was way too hard for the both of us. So it destroyed our confidence. It's extremely humid and the mosquitoes are swarming. We are full of excuses once again and we are getting out of here.
We are on our way to the most northern point of Japan.
Waking up dizzy in the morning. We fight a lot.
Thank you for watching. See you next week. Take care. Bye bye.
Want you to leave, darling. It's my only hope. Can't you see our time is up? I don't want to start over. Finally some peace and quiet since you left, so don't bother.